Hi lovelies and welcome back to this channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda's Jana. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload a video, you will be the first person to be notified. And to my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of us, you guys are the real MVP. Alright lovelies, let's dive into today's video.
So lovelies, I came across this video on my For You page on TikTok, and I thought to share with you guys where this Arab woman, I think she's a Palestinian woman, decided to come out to talk about how the entire group fighting is the way at which the Zionist people use against people of color and black people entirely. And I was just able to put up some of her videos and her stitches, because a lot of people were actually stitching the video. I'm just gonna roll it. Please leave me your own thought in the comment section and let's dive into it.
Abundantly clear to me over the last 24 hours is intergroup fighting is literally exactly what Zionists and Trump supporters want. Intergroup fighting, be that between the black community and the Palestinian community, be that between Palestinian allies themselves, be that between Palestinian allies hating on other people for doing certain things, like voting for Kamala, is exactly what Zionists and Trump supporters want, and they love it, and this is going to ensure that Trump gets in office. And nobody wants that. Recently, a lot of pro-Palestinian allies have been harassing activists online who are voting for Kamala, and they're saying things like, if you're gonna vote for her, do not support Palestine. This is very counterproductive. Originally, I understood the sentiment because it can be very frustrating. However, you are just convincing more people to not support Palestine and making them not want to support Palestine. It's abundantly clear that majority of these people that are leaving slanderous comments on a lot of people's pages that are on the same side of them are not Palestinian at all. There is a lot of people co-opting this movement. Now, I've stated that personally, Kamala is not my favorite candidate. And personally, before I was saying that I would not vote for her. But I've said so many times, please vote for her if you want. Like, nobody has the right to tell you you can't vote for her. All I ask is that you continue to support Palestine. But these allies make it hard when you tell people you can't support Palestine and vote for Kamala. Everybody loses in that situation. If you came here for drama, you're not gonna get it. I apologize on live today to the creator that I hurt. Never in a million years did I intend for these things to happen or this conversation to arise, but I'm glad that it did, because it showed, one, how quickly in-group fighting can happen, and two, I need to be more careful about who I make videos about, because I do get angry as a Palestinian about things about Palestine, but sometimes it can be harmful to other people. I don't want to say anything else about this. I just want to say, for everybody saying that I'm a hypocrite because I haven't supported Congo, Sudan, posted about Sonia Massey, things like that, it's all untrue. I've posted countless things about Congo and Sudan over on my Instagram. I'm Palestinian, so I do focus more on Palestine, but I would never purposely ignore the genocides, and I raise money for them and have actively raised quite a bit of money for Congo. And on the other hand, and Sudan actually, we did a fundraiser for Sudan. And on the other hand, I posted multiple videos about Sonia Massey on my page, if you just scroll down a bit. I just wanted to put that out there because I have spoken about those things quite a bit. So, I don't want to talk about this anymore. The other creator doesn't want to talk about it anymore. I publicly apologized on live. I never meant to hurt anyone. And I really hope that this doesn't cloud people against supporting Palestine, because that was never my goal. If anything, it was the opposite.
Okay, so I did a bad thing tonight. I actually fell down a rabbit hole on TikTok, and this is why I am still here late at night making a video. And I want to talk about it because there are a lot of pro-Palestine advocates on this app who are going after black women who are saying that they're going to vote, and that they're going to vote for Kamala Harris. I talked about this in the last video, but I'm talking about it again because it's worse than I thought. There's actually this thread of anti-blackness that I was not paying attention to in the advocacy of the Palestinian cause. And a lot of these videos that are attacking, and just like when I say attack, I don't want to be too dramatic about the words, but you have bigger creators with millions of followers who are going after small folks on this app who are just having their say. It's like a democracy, and they are inundating those black women with comments from people who are just saying the most raggedy shit about them. So here's a few problems. There's a lot of problems with this, but here's a few. The first one is there's this presumption that black people fighting for our rights are taking up too much space. We're like a legacy minority at the top of a minority totem pole. And because we are assumed to be a legacy minority at the top of the totem pole, we're also assumed to be crowding out other issues, which makes people annoyed with us. And they don't get to say that they're annoyed because they know that that's racist and it's anti-black, but they are. And the way that they talk to us and about us and at us, I think is evidence of that. They're saying things like, us asserting our black identity as a reason for finding power in the vote because it's part of our ancestry. It's what we have used over 400 years to get some modicum of success, even though we're not where we want to be. They're saying that is actually when we bring that up, it's like the oppression Olympics, is what they say. I hate that term because we're not trying to be in the oppression Olympics because that would mean that we're still oppressed. And actually, we're trying to not qualify to be in the oppression Olympics. We're trying to be free. And we're running our own race. Our race is not against your race at all, but you don't get to get in front of us and tell us that if we're not down sufficiently with your cause, that we're just bad people, which is a lot of what I heard tonight in some of those TikToks. Another thing that bothers me is because there are so many non-black people who are doing this to us, people with a little bit too much book learning and a whole bunch of earrings and crazy hair colors. That group of people are saying things like identity politics, like you guys are just playing identity politics. And that has become their new weapon. When they are tired of black people and they want to say the N-word, they say identity politics. Because here's the definition. Newsflash, here's the definition of identity politics. Identity politics is when someone else asserts their identity that you don't like. Because all politics are related to some identity or another. You're a Christian, you're a rural person, you're white, you're a suburbanite, whatever. So saying identity politics is like saying politics, because all politics are local and all politics are based in some form of identity. But see, what that magic weaponized phrase, identity politics, does for them is it sets them up in this post-racial, socialist, superior status, this place where they have license to now talk to you as black people in ways that they would be called racist if they talk to you without that moral superiority of the issue and the cause that's driving them to talk to you. And what I have to say about that is we often assume that anti-blackness and racism is a problem of the right. But the right wing and the left wing are part of the same white supremacist bird, and they both stay in power the longer that they keep flapping their wings at each other. And we're just in the middle of those two wings fighting. The right wing is a little bit more honest about the way that they call us dumb and call us stupid and low IQ. I mean, listen, Trump just stands on a stage and says one of the most accomplished women in America, a black woman called Kamala Harris, has a low IQ. She's not very smart. And that's just the oldest trope in the world. On the left, what they do is they do something very similar. They say, you're just not educated. You're not sophisticated enough in your understanding. And then they use words like, dialogic and dialectic and whatever. And that's supposed to impress you with the fact that you're dumb and they're smart, and they're going to let you know. They're going to tell you just how dumb you actually are. They could assume that it's not that you're dumb, but it's just that you have come to a different conclusion after rational thought and practical thought about the way that you approach the world. But if they did that, they would be seeing you as equal. And they don't really see you as equal. And a lot of the people, it's mostly white progressives that do that, but it's also a bunch of black progressives that want to be white progressives. The more that they do that, they give license to brown people to do it to us and other groups to do it to us. So now, even though black people have been a super fan and connector to the Palestinian people going back before Ferguson and beyond, but definitely, it started with the Black Lives Matter folks going over there and forming real bonds and real relationships with people. Instead of actually paying attention to that and giving us some credit for it, there's a sense that right now we need to be lectured to. So here's my bottom line on this. We've been at this for a long time. We're still not free. We're trying to get free. Anti-blackness is not a domestic issue. It's a global issue, and it takes place in all of those other places that you're fighting for. Anti-blackness and colorism happens there too, by the way. The unaliving of people, if you really care about it, the continent of Africa is on fire always has been. Since the colonial powers actually colonized that continent, it hasn't stopped. Even with all of the revolutions and all of the freeing of countries, the supposed freeing, that is still the biggest hotbed of anti-blackness in the world, because everybody is profiting off of the oppression of the African people, and of places like Haiti and other countries that are being punished for their history of freeing themselves. So we have a lot of work to do as black people. We're not gonna apologize at all for it. You're not gonna bully us. You're not gonna yell at us. You're not gonna shout down our black women for doing what black women do, which is save this country over and over and over again. And you're not gonna attack us in ways that you don't expect that you're eventually gonna get some retaliation. We're not powerless. We do care about your issue, but we're not gonna take your shit. And if you want us to help you with a positive and smart coalition strategy, we're all for it. We're all for it. That's what democratic means. It means that we all have a voice and that we treat each other as equals, and we don't shout each other down when we don't get our way in a policy debate or a policy battle. We're voting for Kamala Harris. We are trying to stop Project 2025 from putting us back 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, or whatnot. We're not trying to go back. I love the slogan of the Harris people. So if you don't like it, I'm sorry, but you have to eat it.
This doesn't apply to you. You threw a tantrum because someone said, I will no longer speak about Palestine since y'all are telling me not to. Because I'm choosing to vote for the lesser of two evils in a political system where that's the only choice I have. I have to choose to make sure that the man and the party who has historically given my people and people that look somewhat like you the shit end of the stick for decades. And because of an issue that applies to you, you threw a temper tantrum. Because let's be honest, if you weren't Palestinian, you wouldn't care. You don't care about the struggles of any other group of people other than your own. So you basically could just be a random white girl out here and you'd be fine with life. And somebody's supposed to say, well, how do you get to that? That's a wild assumption to make. Here's how you get if you go to a person's page, and we'll say Maya in this situation, and you look and you see one issue that they have a problem with, and in her case, it's only been the Palestinian genocide. Every other video, come get ready with me while I go out. Come to the beach with me. Come get Starbucks with me. You got nothing that talks about the black people that have been killed by police. You have nothing about the genocides in the Congo and Sudan. You have nothing about LGBTQ rights and issues. It's either come have a Western day out with me or support the people of Palestine, which you do a terrible job of that too, by the way. There are a lot of y'all Palestinian supporters who are upset that people are deciding to just go ahead and vote for Kamala only because it's going to get you clicks and views.
Created that false economy after you attacked a black woman and called her a woman of color instead of acknowledging who she actually is. Then it led to further attacks by Palestinians against a black woman, and we're not going to stand for that. Most average Democrats or average independents do not agree with giving Israel more weapons to destroy Gazans. That's a fact. But at the same time, we know that Project 2025, which is by the Heritage Foundation under Donald Trump, would be detrimental to the history of reversing a lot of the progression here in the United States for both people of color, black and brown. So we have a right to look out for ourselves, and we can also still be concerned about everything that's going on in Gaza. Have a good day.
how did I know this was going to happen? How did I know this was going to happen? Because anti-blackness is always, it is always when we black people do not stand up with people, they will turn around and get angry with us. Your ignorance and all the ignorance of everyone that ever said something against some black people, us black women, yo, I couldn't give two fucks. The reality is that, bitch, the reason white supremacy and Zionism is going on is because they got us held up in our own different sections of the world, suffering. And you don't give a damn about black suffering. All of you Palestinians and supporters of Palestine, you woke up today and realized that white supremacy and Zionism have been controlling us. And you're going to say, well, this is what the Zionists and white supremacists want us to do. Yeah, bitch, so why are you participating in the hate? We want freedom in America. And honestly, right now, Kamala is it. You think I want to vote for goddamn Trump? His decrepit ass? You don't give a shit about us because Kamala cannot undo white supremacy by her goddamn self. None of us can. The point is we all supposed to do it together. But y'all want to shit on black women whenever the fuck y'all want to. That's why we are a threat to white supremacy. Because we are fighters. We will fight till our last breath. I will fight till my last breath for my children and my people. I'll be damned who don't support me or ride with me. Most of you Arabs don't even want to repost any of my shit, much less uplift our content. We black people are being massacred in this country as well. A black woman died because she said sorry and I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. She saw the demon within him. That's why she said it. But she couldn't stop her death because these SOBs hire evil people to go and hurt us. They've been joining with the IDF to learn how to hurt us more and worse than what they do now. And your decrepit young ass can't go look up how hard it is to be a black woman right now. From a little girl, I know y'all been going through all types of bullshit, but my people too. You think you give a damn? No. The world is anti-black woman, using the same rhetoric that white supremacy made for us. The angry black woman, fuck all of you that take that trope and stick it in your asshole. We fighting for the goddamn world, but y'all not fighting for us. It takes all of us motherfuckers to stand up to white supremacy and Zionism. If you don't understand that, then suck my ass.
Like, seriously, lovelies, I knew that this, kind of post will come out. I knew that this is gonna come. So this lady in question, I think I posted her first video with a black woman. She have this kind of, back and forth with a black woman who said that, oh, okay, she think that she's gonna vote for someone that is less evil. She is not even saying that, all of the people that is out are actually saints. She only made a statement in her platform saying that, okay, since she does not have a choice to either vote for A or for B, she's just gonna take her time and calculate whatever she want to calculate, then vote for who she thinks that that is less evil to her, like that's her own personal opinion. Then this actually got a lot of proud people coming for her, or not until this particular lady that I stitched her video came and she was like, okay, since you want to say something like this, leave the Palestinian whatever from your mouth, remove all the Palestinian stuff from your platform, like all the Palestinian flag. You know how black people, how to do it. When they want to support someone, they support them with their full chest. Most of all of the black creators that I know that is all about stuff, that is all about free power and all of that. If you watch they all have the flags. So these Palestinian people decided to like, okay, if you are a black person and you are, you know, trying to like, I want to actually vote a lesser evil person, please remove the Palestinian flag. We don't need your support anymore. You are also you are also a supremacist. You are like, she said a lot of things that actually got the black lady, which I think I posted. Yeah, I did. That was about 2 days ago. And she was like, okay, if it's because for the very first time as a black person I decided that I was going to do something that might actually benefit black people oppression for years, historical oppression, and because of that you are telling me that okay, we don't want to have anything to do with you again because you want to fight for yourself. Then she was like, okay, she's not going to support anything that has to do with power. And this actually made a lot of, you know, black creators, like, it's just a saga all over social media, and made a lot of black, you know, creators that was all Palestinian and all of that, forgetting that Congo actually exists. Most of them were now, okay, we are not going to talk about power anymore. We're going to focus on Congo, Sudan, like anything that has to do with the color of our skin and all of that, which even made a lot of, you know, black people to come out. I posted a video yesterday. Black people were like, okay, just focus on what we actually, you know, benefit you, because these people, right, if you keep on, like, black people, it's as if, I don't know, black people keep on giving out, like they keep on, you know, supporting people, protecting people, standing for people, but when they actually want to, like, okay, we want to do something that like, I don't know, it's as if these people are selfish. They just want black people keep on doing, and when they see that black people want to actually do something for themselves, they become so angry. And the thing is that it's only one black woman that actually made the statement, and she went ahead to talk about how every other person, like, I don't get it. It's not even every black people that want to vote or want Camilla and all of that. There are so many of them that don't even want it, but the way at which they're now, you know, as if, okay, you know, and because of this, it now made a lot of people like, what? Like, people have been saying this, black people have been saying this, black creators have been saying this. Immediately black people want to, like, try to do something for themselves, or they decide that they don't want to get themselves involved with every other POCs. These people become very angry. But when black people need support from people, they need people to actually do something for them, nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to help. Look at Congo. Nobody wants to help. Like, seriously, lovelies, it has gotten to the extent that it's so tiring, and black people are even getting tired. They have done this. Like, I saw so many, you know, black creators talking about how they actually want to focus more on something that will benefit them personally. Because the people you're constantly fighting for, you're constantly standing up for, speaking up for, they don't even care about how you feel personally. It's as if, okay, if you can't defend me, you know, if you can't stand for me and I can't stand for you, you just need to keep on standing for me, and I don't care about how you feel about that. Even if it affects you negatively, just keep on standing for me. Like, that is not how life is supposed to be. Life is supposed to be, when I stand for you, you should be able to stand for me. It's not about I should keep on standing for you, keep on defending you, keep on doing everything for you. But when, and you can't do something for me. But when I chose to do something for myself, you become angry. Like, I don't get it. Like, seriously, life is not supposed to be so. They even went ahead to talk about, there's one video that have been trending about a Palestinian, you know, girl crying that black people are like, I don't get it. I was like, I don't understand. They just want to look for a way to say that black people is the problem. You guys are the real problem. You are the problem up and down. Like, the same people that have made ways for so many people to have access to even to have access to, they are the reason why people are not even enslaved, especially the ones in the US. Like, I don't get it. Black Americans are, oh my god, I don't get it. And this is why it's as if POC and black people can not even get along, or maybe we can't get along because we are all minorities. Like black and POC and all over the world, they are all minorities. But it's as if the POC people now is, oh gosh. Anyway, lovelies, when I saw this, I knew that something like this is gonna come. Now, I think she saw the way at which black people are beginning to pull off, because there are so many creators making videos that okay, they're not gonna, the donations are gonna be for, it's going to be for Congo, not more Palestine, and all of so many black people are withdrawing their donations from Palestine and trying to put more efforts in Congo and every other, black people that have been affected with genocide and all of that. I think this is the reason why now she's coming back to talk about how, no, I don't want you people to leave the support that you guys have been supporting people of Palestine. Like, seriously, what is it that people actually want? This world is very big enough for all of us to coexist. Seriously, there's no point trying to be, back and forth with each other. If you are all suffering the same thing, we are all in the same, even if you have a little bit of privilege, because Palestinian people are the ones getting all of the blah blah blah. But what happens to these other people? Like, seriously, and with that, they're still complaining. Anyway, lovelies, why not just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying, harassment, or whatsoever. We're just here for educational and informative purposes. So please subscribe, leave your thoughts in the comment section, and I will see you, lovelies, when I upload the next
Watch
one.
up to this extent. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Why not just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying, harassment, or whatsoever. We're just here for educational and informative purposes. So please share this video, subscribe if you're yet to do that, and I will see you, lovelies, when I upload the next one.